going to try Buchanan Mine again, and boy, have I chose a perfect day for this. I mean, look at the weather out here. It has currently rained about 7 inches since in the last 36 hours. And altogether for the month of December, we've gotten over 18 inches of rain, which is kind of unprecedented for this area. So going back to those sketchy, muddy washouts and all that stuff, coming back today, holy crap, is it going to be something. But I am bringing some back up. I got another Cherokee buddy of mine who's going to be coming with me out there. So, boy, I don't know if we're going to be, I don't know if this is going to be fun or, whoa, shit. All right. Well, that was hydroplaning right there. Wow, that whole section was just like completely flooded, and I just had no control right there. But I guess that's just a little precursor of what we're going to be. Washout or landslide. Like I said, it's just a little precursor of what we're going to be coming into, and we'll see what happens. Stay tuned.
Now, before we hit dirt, we briefly stopped at a local day-use swimming hole along the North Fork of the Tuolumne River. Now, normally the water here is pretty tranquil, as one would expect for a family-friendly swimming hole, but today, not so much. The massive amount of rain we had received the past few days had turned this babbling brook into a raging river. As we began making our way up the road, more evidence of the massive amount of water flowing down the mountain could be seen along the way.
Alright, well, we got some road flooding over the bridge here. Sorry, water flooding over the bridge here. Yeah. Alright, so we are, well, we're back to that one section. Let's go assess the damage, see what we're dealing with. It actually doesn't look nearly as bad as it did last time, but I think all of the previous tracks have kind of washed out. But still, yeah, you don't want to be over here and then slide off in that rut and tip over to your side.
Probably start over here, cut across, get the left tire over there.
I'm thinking more just keep my tire on this side of the rut, or just kind of cut through right here, because that's what I did last time. But yeah, this actually doesn't look as scary as it did before. We're sliding away. Brakes are locked up, and we're just skating down the road. Let's not fall into that rut down there. You know what this reminds me of? The scene where the fat guy from Jurassic Park is trying to escape in his Jeep. It's just pouring down rain, and he's just like hauling ass through the jungle. Except we're not hauling ass. We're crawling ass. Hopefully we don't come across any of those poison spit raptor thingies.
Well, if you remember this spot, this is where I bypassed that well-engineered bridge to cross this little creek here.
Yeah, I'm not crossing that today. That's probably about 6 feet deep, and well, I'd be flowing down the creek here all the way back into Don Pedro probably. Alright, so we are back at the oak, which has been cut, but I think it can be done a little bit better. Look what's up ahead. Let's go see how that's looking. So this is the washout, and yeah, no. Like, we would definitely have to build like a log bridge or something like that to get across this, 'cause
From here on out, my GoPro battery died, so I was forced to film the rest of this day with my soaking wet phone, so excuse the audio quality. Despite our initial doubts upon arriving, we carefully considered our options and decided we're going to do the smart thing and risk our lives crossing that washout.
Alright, well, we trimmed up this oak tree a little bit more, and we're going ahead. We dragged some of these pieces up here. I'm going to show you. We put a couple of oak branches right here, trying to give us a little bit of stability in case we slide into that ditch. We're just going to be hugging this rock wall right here as close as possible. And as a second level of defense, we've got I think it's that one, no, maybe that one. One of those oak trees right there, I'm going to attach a winch to it and just keep it tight and just slowly crawl across this while pulling the winch tight. That way my front end slides out, it'll catch me, and I won't be going down the waterfall here. So wish me luck.
Cinch up just a little bit. There you go. You got about 6 to 8 inches on your right tire before you hit the logs. Looking good, looking good. There you go, keep on coming forward. Front tires are past the worst part. Keep it driver if you can, just so your back end doesn't fall down. Your front is clear. Nicely done.
So, as you can see, I did make it across, but man, was that one of the sketchiest washouts I've ever had to negotiate. The winch definitely prevented me from going over those logs. Take a look at this. You see my rear end went straight down into there and was caught by the log. So if it wasn't for that, that whole back quarter panel probably would have been smashed into that support log right there. And now it's his turn. Sand falling into the ravine. officially across. We can continue on our way to Buchanan Mine.
Now before we go, I want to show you what eventually became of this washout. This picture here was taken about a month after we crossed it in this video, and this clip here was from a more recent trip out there. As you can see, over half of the road is now gone and only crossable by motorcycles and maybe a small ATV. This leads me to believe that we were probably the last four-wheeled vehicles to cross this section.
Alright, well, the rain is definitely starting to let up a little bit. I don't know if that's getting near the end of this monumental storm or if it's just a break in the rain, but what I can tell you that you kind of see through the trees over here, we are approaching Buchanan Mine. Finally. That took a lot of work to get here. Quite literally 2 weeks in the making.
So I know the whole focus of this adventure was to get to Buchanan Mine, but I also had intentions of documenting the mine itself to show you what sort of neat things were left here to see. Unfortunately though, upon our arrival, I was exhausted, soaking wet, and chilled to the bone after what we had just gone through. So my willingness to stand around in the rain any more than I had to was pretty low. Fortunately though, I ended up coming back a few months later to bring you this.
So we got this old building which housed something. Looks like a couple of mechanical devices that had bearings. Not really sure what these were. Maybe a little generator, maybe oh wait a minute. Now that I think about it, look at this. We got this right here. We got the headway right there, so this was most likely some sort of winching device. I've never even made that connection before. Then we got these two. I have no idea what these are. We got parts of a dead cow. I remember when that cow was mostly complete a couple years ago. Man, did it stink in here. This old caterpillar. Now, I remember coming back here at some point and this was mostly complete. Obviously not the case anymore. I mean, they went as far as taking as much of the track as possible. Holy fuck. Oh, okay. Well, even though it's been a couple of years, there is something in that building that still smells like dead cow. Oh my god, I'm freaking gagging here. There shouldn't be anything left, man. That, like, everything should have just been picked over. I'm really trying to hold it back. Oof. Jake, you son of a gun, you better not be rolling in that crap. Alright, I'm getting away from here. Jake, come on. Now, I've kind of sort of looked into the history of this mine before, and I think it was last in operation back in the early 70s. I could be wrong. Oh yeah, there's another mine shaft right there. Or at least, that might have been like one of the old original ones or something like that. And it even has a really cool metal gate. Go over there and show you. Yeah, look at this. It's got these old iron doors that go in there, and it's pretty cool. All the moss dripping down and all that stuff. Kind of makes me wonder if the Tuolumne County cave explorers have checked this place out. As usual, I like to always just check this pit to see if there's any dead bodies down here, and no, I don't see any dead bodies down there today. Maybe next time. So yeah, we've got this thing, which I mean, I'm no mine expert, but I'm sure ore came out of there, went down here, and oh yeah, I forgot. Let me show you the crown jewel of this mine, which is still here. Mostly intact. It's pretty intact. There's some pieces missing, but it's really cool. There we go. This is the crown jewel. Fairbanks Morse. 3-cylinder, I don't know if this is a diesel or a gas engine, but it is certainly pretty damn cool. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, this could be a steam. Steam, maybe? I don't know. Who knows? I'm no Fairbanks Morse expert or anything like that, but man, look at the size of this flywheel. Would you look at that? Look at the size of this thing. Now, obviously, this building has definitely seen better days. I'm guessing probably a pretty good snow load probably buckled that roof right there and that beam. But actually surprised because we've had some pretty heavy snows recently, and it's still, well, still standing. Heck, we even kind of nervous about that 15-foot drop right there. You got this big old beam that spans across this whole room, and it still does swinging beam things. Pretty neat. This is pretty much what's holding up that whole section, and I can, yeah, that's a little bit scary. I mean, I don't think the whole thing will collapse, but kind of scary. From almost below the building, got these big old stacks go way up high, so that must have been the exhaust. We also got another one going up over there. We got some other miscellaneous junk down here. Got another little building over here. The dogs found their way down here. That's good. Look at this. That's interesting that they have a kind of a mesh part of the ceiling or something like that. Keep things ventilated. It makes me wonder what was in here. Obviously a bunch of electrical boxes. Some old hose. Oh, it's a nice. Okay, that was a little stuck. Nice little click to that. Hi, where are you going? Is that the way back up? That's the way back to the dead cow. I don't want to go up there. Alright. I think Jake says it's time to go.
Beyond the mine, there's actually an easier way back to town, consisting of dirt and gravel roads that are far more maintained than the ones we came in on. However, that didn't stop us from partaking in one more obstacle along the way. There we go.
Alright, it should be smooth sailing from here on out. Nothing but smooth roads and, well, lots of puddles. Occasional tree that's across the road. We had to cut one up just about 5 minutes ago. And you'll see I'm already getting filthy full of sawdust. But we're homeward bound, so I think today was a pretty fun day, even though we got soaking wet, totally covered in mud, sawdust and whatnot. Had to break out the winch. I don't know, it was just a fun day. So, till next time.